So while we're here, I'm going to tell you guys a story. Do you know how, like, you get stupid sometimes?
No.
Yeah.
And you forget,
It's every time I play a Lego game.
I get stupid all the time.
Okay.
You do.
I forgot the word thank you the other day.
How so?
It just evaded
someone-
my mind.
someone did something nice for you
I was
and
at
then-
Jersey Mike's, and the guy at Jersey Mike's saw one of the shirts I was wearing, and he said, dude, that's a cool shirt. And I went to say thanks, and the word didn't exist in my brain. And so I said, yeah. And the guy looked at me like, what an asshole. And I looked at myself like, I'm an asshole. And it wasn't until, and I was like, what was that word? And I was sitting in the car driving back to work, and I went, oh, right, thanks.
Ryan, is that what some kids will do to you?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That must have been some sort of brain issue.
I guess.
Some
Do
sort
you
of
think
mini-
Millie just said
mini
thank
stroke.
you somewhere?
Yeah, randomly.
Why did I say
I
that?
never in a million years thought I could forget the word thanks.
He's working on subs like 4 hours later, and you bust in the door like, thank you.
Just call him at night.
Do you know my favorite part of you living with Jeff?
What was your favorite part? This could be good. So I lived with Jeff for, I think, about 2 years.
I love. Well, first of all, the
when we
day
first-
he tore up all of his carpet, but didn't take out the tack strips.
Oh yeah, that was.
so
that was
you just
painful.
had this room lined with like
Nails.
tiger pits.
Yeah.
Basically, just nails coming up out of the ground. And then he had this brilliant idea to paint the bedroom hallway, which also had the bathroom in it. He painted the whole thing black. The ceiling, the doors, everything.
yep.
And they added pink stars later because a black hallway with a black ceiling and black doors, basically at night or at a party.
You have no depth
people
perception.
Go, where's the bathroom? And they're like, oh, just go down to the end of that hall. And then you hear like people turn the corner. They go, thump. They would come. You were constantly running into that door. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen on a decorating standpoint.
This is after he lived with Griffin?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she would let him do that.
It was just like a. It
Design-
Who the fuck do you
design-wise.
think painted the hallway? You
Yeah,
think it was
sure.
Jeff? it was his new girlfriend and the influence, right? It was
yeah,
the
and then eventually they repainted it as a pirate map.
no, that was
that's
the
cool.
living room wall.
Yeah. It was
Living with
pretty
Jeff
interesting.
was one of the best times of my life, just because of the stuff I would just stumble into. Like, he would be in the middle of just the weirdest situations. There was a time where he bought a cow in pieces and had it in a freezer,
right.
and someone unplugged the freezer that all the cow was in, so it all like rotted. And I came out of my little studio, and he was just there.
Right now.
It smelled so bad, and he was like, he just looked up at me and was just like,
Then you offered
shocked.
no. I bet you offered no help.
actually, I took one of the beers and then I left.
Did you really? God, you didn't
I
like
was
throw on a
going
pair
out.
of gloves.
No,